guys, welcome back. It's me, Cher.
And it's me, Andrew.
We're back with Recaps on the Run, our weekly podcast.
Sometimes more than weekly.
Yes, sometimes more than weekly. Thank you guys for joining us. If it's your first time listening in, my brother and I are actually running on one of our favorite trails, trying to stay active, get fit, and while we run, we're going to recap one of our favorite television shows, Game of Thrones. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. For us, it's a super hot day. No clouds.
No shade.
We gotta try to run under these trees on the trail. But yeah, it's so sunny. And we're gonna be talking about Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6.
Blood of my blood.
As the Blood Riders for Daenerys' Khalasar. But
is that what it was from? I was thinking about what it was.
Yeah, that's what
related to.
That's what Khal Drogo used to say, blood of my blood. It's just a call or Khalasar thing. But we'll get to them.
Exactly.
We're gonna start with...
Let's kick it off. Probably your favorite part of the episode, Anne.
Hodor's with the recap from last week. They did it with I got emotional again. But this time it was with Mira and Bran only.
I just have to say again, I love how every episode starts off with right where they left off last week.
Are they doing that?
Yeah, because they don't leave you in suspense. You're not wondering. It's not
I thought confusing. Mostly it's just that it's been the North is what's been important, so they've just been sticking with that.
No, I'm just saying they always start with right where they left off the last episode, so you're not wondering like what happened, and it was no different this week.
Yeah.
How we start right off in the North with Mira dragging Bran.
No blanks to fill.
Yes, like in the wind, not even wind, the blizzard, the storm, the snow.
Mira's been such a good...
She's solid.
I don't know why she's helping Bran so much. I mean, of course she is, but she's going way above and beyond.
Yeah. I know. So, she has my respect for what she's doing for Bran. She's fighting for the greater cause. I mean, she's lost her brother, but anyways, they're about to, while the whole time she's dragging Bran, he's still out of it. He's still
downloading all the memories as much as he can.
The 3-hour rate, which was a lot. It was a huge flashback montage. What were you thinking while all those images were scrolling through his head? We saw the Mad King for the first time. We saw the White Walkers, Hard's home battle. We saw Bran falling from episode 1. Falling
his father's death, the Red Wedding.
Oh my gosh.
He's just learning everything. But the first time we see Jaime being the Kingslayer and killing the Mad King.
There's so much. I got stuck on the baby. I was like, what baby is that?
What baby?
Kept showing a baby flashback, and it's when the White Walkers turned the baby, which we've seen before.
I went back.
But I thought it was part of the signal, or signifying something to come, but it was a flashback. So yeah, he's downloading info.
There's also a wildfire scene that hasn't happened yet.
But
the explosion.
What's that called again? Wildfire, that's what it's called? Yes, and that King saying, burn them all, so.
But when he said that, they never actually burned them all. So that scene could be...
in relation to so many things. Exactly. Could be advice, who knows? So I thought that was excellent. Of course, while he's out of it, the Whites found them relatively easily.
Mira can't carry Bran far enough.
And plus, again, like I said, he has the mark on him, so I feel like that's a homing device for them. Yes.
And then, I was right, Benjen to the rescue.
Yay! Finally, you waited months for his return. You know who?
Wait, years.
Years, okay.
Season 1.
Years.
I've been hoping for him.
So he's the mysterious guy who rescues them. basically saying that Bran called to him. But I thought that was so interesting. What do you think about finally his long-awaited appearance, his return?
I guess he has some kind of firepower where he can light his weapon.
Well, did you notice his appearance?
Yeah.
So.
Well, let me talk about his entrance real fast.
Okay, go talk about his entrance.
It wasn't that great. I mean, I was expecting a lot, but...
You mean the fighting, the effects?
Yeah,
it wasn't dramatic enough for you?
I mean, he killed maybe 4 or 5 of the whites.
Which totally remind me of old school Clash of the Titans. You guys haven't caught that classic. The special effects with the skeletons, but anyways, go ahead.
It was just a little underwhelming. I mean, I was super excited to see him, whoever it was at that point. But
we knew someone was going to rescue them, so it was just great to know that it was finally him.
What did you think about the entrance?
I knew that cavalry was coming. I kind of thought it might be him. We've been speculating about it for so long. He's the only one we know that's
up there.
That's exactly. That's above the wall, so I think it was only just time coming. We're doing a sprint break.
Sprint break? Alright, guys. Okay. Sprint for 10 seconds. Let's go. How are you always so much faster than me? Okay, back to our jogger pace.
Yeah. So I kind of knew it was him. I was glad to see him, but yeah, his appearance threw me off. Like his grayish, like not sure what happened to him. Was he half dead? Is he half?
Well,
white?
they explained it.
Okay, well I didn't pick up on it then. Could you? What was the explanation?
So
it must have went over my head.
As Benjamin explains it, he was out on a ranging party north of the wall to look for White Walkers, but he says the White Walkers found him. He got stabbed with one of their blades, and he was left to turn. He wasn't killed. He was just left to turn. So when children found him, children of the forest, and he says they stopped it the way that they started all the White Walkers.
By pulling it out?
No, they put
dragon glass in?
Yeah, Brian said. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Brian assumes that he meant they put dragon glass into his heart.
So now we have a hybrid half and half. He still has all his memories, but to your point, he might have some kind of additional gifts now.
So he's definitely part White Walker.
And he's also connected to 3-Eyed Raven since he was summoned.
Yeah, by the 3-Eyed Raven, who he says that Bran is now and has to train.
But where's he been? So anyways, I don't know. I was glad to see him back to, his altered appearance. I thought that maybe he started to turn, but because he's Stark, it didn't go all the way. It didn't take all the way. So that's what I was thinking, that maybe something about the Stark blood. Maybe they're half immune. Does that say something about Bran and possibly even Jon Snow? So that's where my head was going. But thank you for clearing up what totally went over my head with that. So got to see Uncle Benjen back, because if everyone recalls in season 1, he told Jon when they see each other again, he's going to tell him who his mother was. So maybe the promise of a new confirmation about where Jon Snow's origins, his parents are. So
I think we get that from Bran. I'm glad we're still seeing some flashbacks through him.
Completely agreeing.
But I was hoping you caught that Benjen part, because I wanted to ask you, what if he's not really half human anymore? What if he's a mind controlled by the Night King? What if he's a servant?
So you think?
What if he's just playing Bran?
I don't think so. To me,
he just wants to gain his trust. Maybe get him south of the wall.
I think that puts too much on the White Walkers. I think that's just too strategic. I don't know. To me, they seem very primal and very rudimentary. Maybe I'm just putting zombies on them, but I just think that's too much.
No, the Night King was a man, so I'm sure he has some strategy.
He doesn't have blue eyes. And they made it very clear when they zoomed into him, when his face was still covered, they zoomed into specifically for you to be able to see his eyes. So I have to disagree with you on that thought, that he's a double agent sent from the
I still got my eyes on him.
I don't know. I think that's Uncle Benjamin. I think he's going to give us insights into maybe the end is not when you die, you come back and become a white. So anyways, good. Interesting conversation about Uncle Benjamin. Are we going up this hill?
What?
Is 90-degree weather getting to you, Andrew?
Well,
hope you guys are staying active with us. Make sure you stay hydrated.
Yeah.
Only
we don't bring water, so don't follow our lead for the water.
So that's why we do sometimes take water breaks. That's also why you might hear some background noise for us on the trail. But you know, right after being north of the wall, we jump over to Sam and Gilly. Nice little segue into them. I was happy to see them. You know, they arrive at his home. His mother and his sister.
His mother and sister, so nice.
Well, just as pleasant as you would expect, you know, from Sam. And the complete opposite, his father.
Yeah.
So talk about uncomfortable family dinners. I mean, you know, and I thought it was so incredibly awkward and uncomfortable. As uncomfortable as seeing Gilly dressed as a lady did to me.
That was so weird.
Yeah, it was so odd.
With her hair too.
Her hair curled. She's probably wearing heels.
Who is this?
Of course, I know, completely out of her element. That's how awkward it felt to me. That whole dinner, like out of place, not where it's supposed to go. You know, we already knew as watchers. I think you would know that she was going to let something slip. That she was a wildling. I like the.
She had Sam's back when Sam didn't have his own back.
Oh my gosh, she's a strong female. They always get my respect, but you know, I think that she was at the dinner, and it's funny because it's so similar to like real life. You don't have to live in Westeros to have those kind of uncomfortable meet the parents kind of situations, and you know, sometimes you tell your family things they want to hear, and sometimes you don't tell them things that they don't want to hear. So I thought it was laden full of unacceptance, you know, judging, you know, smart remarks. So it seemed very realistic. It could have happened, you know, last Sunday for half the watchers on TV. So I thought that was interesting. But I loved how Gilly had his back. You know, I was just waiting for Sam to be like, I killed a White Walker! Pops.
You know what? Another thing small thing was his brother didn't believe him about the White Walkers.
I don't know, is that his brother? Or is that the guy that his sister's supposed to marry?
Not his brother.
I don't remember him having a brother.
And that's his younger brother that his dad likes because he's like a jock. More.
Oh, because he's like the Jaime Lannister of the family?
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Not so much the imp, but
not the outcast?
I was just saying that. So, the south of the wall is going to be taken by a little bit of surprise when the White Walkers come down and reveal themselves to people who still don't believe it.
Exactly. So, I mean, I was just waiting for Sam. I would think by now he would have the courage and the guts and the cojones to stick up to his father, but nope, he kind of cowered in there. Was just, you know, father was so disapproving. Oh my gosh, those smart remarks of, no, we're going. We're going this whole track.
Sheriff's definitely running this time.
We're going for 4 miles at least today. But
I'm a little slower today in this heat.
It's okay.
So he ends up taking.
Well, no, we had that fake out where his dad said, you know, Gilly could stay, the baby could stay and be raised as you want him to, but you're not staying. So we see Sam saying bye to Gilly, and he left. Were you faked out? Because I certainly was.
I thought he was coming back. I knew that scene wasn't over. Or I thought the dad would be there.
No.
And surprise her.
I was totally, especially after Sam's performance at the dinner table, I couldn't stand up for himself. I'm like, okay, he's leaving them. He's done. Good riddance. But then I was probably in the minority that was fooled then, because he comes rushing back, says they all belong together. He's going to take Gilly and the baby wherever he goes. So that's a little bit of a redemption in my eyes for Sam.
And he takes the sword.
Yeah, what's it? Heartsbane? Wolfsbane?
It was named Heartsbane.
Heartsbane. Made out of Valyrian steel.
I'm sure they're going to need that against the White Walkers. Well, I'm not sure if Sam knows that it works against White Walkers yet.
This Valyrian, yeah. So thought that was a good scene. I'm really excited and happy to see. Where do you think they're gonna go? Thoughts?
Sam's gonna go train now to be his Meister. This is his original plan, but now he's taking.
I know, but he said
Gilly and the sword
because there's no babies. No women allowed. Well, we'll see what's to come. I'm excited about them. I see promising things from Sam. I just wish she would have more guts. So, come on, Gilly. Gilly is surprisingly well adapted for being a wildling. She is like.
She doesn't have any things.
She is very super well adjusted for. So, I like her. I'm liking her more and more now. So, that's a quick update.
We're gonna take a quick break, guys.
Yeah, go and grab some water. Be right back. Alright, guys, we're back. Hope you grabbed some water. Hope you're still running with us.
Hope you're not cramping like me.
But we're just about to jump over to
Jamie Lannister? Can you talk about Jamie Lannister?
Yes, let's jump to King's Landing. Okay, let's jump to the whole debacle, ruin of what happened at King's Landing.
Man, I was so ready seeing that army of the Tyrells led by the great Mace Tyrell in his shining armor. I was ready for it to go down. I was ready for a battle.
What? Okay. Really, what did you think? What were your initial reactions?
So
okay, I'll tell you mine. I was like, this is a small army surrounded by the people, the peasants. They're gonna uprise and kill all these 20 people. Super easy.
They just couldn't show it. I'm sure there was a whole 1,000 plus.
No.
Men.
The pan away, I was like, they're gonna get stomped on. It's gonna be ridiculous. I also immediately knew something was up when I saw Marjorie with her long hair. It was very obvious she didn't have the haircut. And right when I saw, I was like, oh, things are not gonna go down as they had planned. And before that, I remember she had the whole weird conversation with Tommen in the galley, or whatever it's called, the Abbey, wherever they keep meeting in that set. So, I knew something strange was going to happen. Go ahead. You thought? I
thought it was going to be, since Marjorie was so kind to everyone, I thought maybe she could walk a little bit, but instead of the villagers throwing stuff at her, I thought they would be helping her, shielding her, because of how different she is from Cersei.
If people do remember, yeah, she used to give to the poor, would always do charitable work.
Visit the orphans and that type of thing.
She definitely swayed Tommen to do things that he wouldn't initially assume for the people, so that crossed my mind, but right when I saw it, I knew something was not going to happen as planned. So, what did happen is a complete...
I did not expect that.
I didn't expect it either, and I feel embarrassed that I didn't see that coming. I feel incredibly embarrassed by myself because...
Well, go ahead.
I think underestimated the High Sparrow. We knew something was up with him. And
I can't believe God. I mean, you would think that would be like, oh, but he has something up his sleeve.
I thought we were thrown off because of his creepy factor. So I don't know if they use that as a distraction technique or what, but I so underestimated that this is one smart guy. Basically, you know, if you want, say you want the whole world, say you want all of Westeros. He went about it so methodical. Who owns Westeros? The king. Who owns King Tommen? Marjorie. Who does Marjorie love more than everyone? Loras.
Wow.
Like, let's go. He, like, methodically went after Loras, used him to get to Marjorie, used her to get to Thomas, used Tommen to now the church and state are half and half.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys can tell at home, but Cher is very...
I'm animated about this. I can't believe I missed it.
There's echoes in the woods, and she is using her hand movements.
I just can't believe it. It was perfect. He did everything right.
But one thing you know, you agree with me that Marjorie definitely doesn't fully accept the faith, right?
No, of course not. Of course not.
She's playing her game.
Of course. And he doesn't care, because now, you know what this means? Now that Tommen has made his proclamation, if the church and state are half and half, if it's half the sparrows and half the kingdom, all they have to do now is assassinate King Tommen. All they have to do is chop off his head, and the church owns everything. Yeah,
that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's playing into. I think Marjorie wouldn't mind King Tommen dying either, but then she just has to beat the High Sparrow to gain full control over
Oh, she's fine. As long as Loris is fine, her family's fine, and as long as she's still the queen, as we know, she's not, I don't want to say gold digger, but she has her height set.
She wants to be the queen.
Yeah, not a queen.
Yeah.
The queen. So I feel like she'll make whatever she needs to do. She was surprised to see her grandmother, but...
Yeah, maybe she would have waited on her play if she knew the army was coming. But
how easy to manipulate. This High Sparrow, now I see how he has that little slight half smile.
Yeah, but...
Because he is so ahead of everybody.
I think Marjorie has a bigger plan. Maybe High Sparrow expects that she's not fully into it, but I think... I'm not betting against Marjorie.
I'm not either, but do you think she made some kind of allegiance?
Because she is absolutely
she's
a player too. Because
she's manip queen.
Like her grandmother said to her, "I was good at the game, but you're even better." So I wanna remind one thing. When Marjorie first saw Tommen after she's been locked up for a while, she says to him, "So the High Sparrow isn't what he seems," and she waited for Tommen to respond to that. And Tommen responded, "Oh, he's so much nicer." He said respectable things about him. So Marjorie knew to
her approach.
Yeah,
because she knows Tommen is just a child. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't see the inner workings.
And I can't wait for him to die. You know what's so funny?
What's so funny about Tommen dying?
He might be the nicest character in Game of Thrones, but I want him murdered.
Oh my god!
And that's what this series has done to me. You know what? I think Joffrey could have taken care of this High Sparrow way back. I kind of miss him.
You want the crazy tyrant? Are you saying you can't lead with justice and forgiveness?
Man,
yeah.
I want the High Sparrow to go down, guys. I don't know about you.
So the reason you want Tommen to die is so the High Sparrow can get his comeuppance. Well, I would say too, I don't necessarily want him to die, but I hate the High Sparrow. I hope he gets what is coming to him.
I don't really hate him, but I don't want him to win. Yeah. We can't let that
even when he was telling his backstory to Marjorie, and he's like, all he wanted was everything, and slowly but surely, he's one smart fellow that he's getting everything he ever wanted. He's getting respect, power. He's being untouchable. Jamie Lannister can't even get to him, and I think same as his half smile, I think Marjorie has that half smile too, and they both know something's going on, and this wouldn't be happening if Tyrion was back there. So I don't know.
Tywin, anybody, any of the.
I'm saying someone to advise, like they just screwed that up royally. They showed their cards by bringing the army, and now what's going to happen?
Oh, if Tywin was there, oh man, that dude's head would be on a spike.
Yeah. Right when they said Holy Alliance, I was like, Holy Alliance equals holy crap. Because now the reach is even further than just King's Landing. They had King's Landing under their thumb, and now they have everything. Like, all of Westeros has to follow the King's command, and Tommen just signed his own death warrant.
Oh my gosh, Tommen.
He's a child. But like I said, he got to Tommen through Marjorie, he got to Marjorie through Loris. This guy.
Yeah,
I don't know.
He's definitely winning the Game of Thrones.
Is that Peter Baelish's dad or something? I don't know. Tell me, is that Peter's dad? Because he is just taking it to another level.
He's definitely read the books. He knows the series in and out.
Yeah, and then I know you want to talk about Jamie Lannister. So Jamie, for a second, I was nervous he was about to get executed.
I thought he was going to die. Oh my God. I was for sure. I mean, they did it.
Nervous.
He had a nice looking scene where he just rode up some stairs on his horse.
Oh yeah,
I thought he was so majestic. Like, oh no, Jamie's gonna die.
Well, I thought he was gonna die when he was put in front of Tommen, because like Tommen's not gonna say his uncle / dad when he's like, you rode up against the crown, an act against the High Sparrow's an act against the king. I was like, oh, he's gonna let him be executed. So I was quite nervous.
Definitely nervous
for King Killer.
But eventually he's gonna be going to the Riverlands. But first, let's say. We had a little bit about Cersei, too.
Yeah, where was she this whole time? I mean, that must have been another thing that went over my head, because I know that they're...
Well, she was locked up in her...
Oh, the Red Keep?
Yeah.
Okay,
they have her trapped there. But she did say to Jamie, when they do the trial by combat, she's not worried because she has the mountain to fight for her.
And that's where she's in trouble, because anytime someone's arrogant, it doesn't go how you think it's going to go.
So I read some theories. Maybe
no spoilers, but go ahead, you can share theories. What do you think?
Well, you know what? I don't think anything in particular is gonna happen. So I won't speculate on that right now. But so anyway, Jamie's going to the Riverlands to deal with a blackfish and try to take that castle.
Which, just like I posted on Twitter, I am over my maximum quota to knowing what's going on in Game of Thrones. All of my spaces are taken up with the Wall, Winterfell, Bravos, everything. I can't even comprehend what's going on in the Riverlands. Like, what Blackfish? I saw the Frey guy that we hate so much, and I kind of get it, but that whole piece of the country is...
The Riverlands is like the crossroads, like separating the north, the north and the south, and they're led by the Tullys, and ever since...
So Sam's family?
No, not Tarly.
Oh,
the
not
Tullys.
Tarly. That's
Caitlyn
why
Tully.
I'm confused. Okay.
Caitlyn Tully.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And ever since the Freys did the Red Wedding, I'm pretty sure that since then they've had control of the Riverlands castle.
Got it.
And the Blackfish just took it back, and now the Freys and
own that bridge, right? Because that's what Robb Stark had to get over.
That's a different bridge.
Okay.
But,
that's how lost I am, guys.
But
bear with me. Okay.
Jaime Lannister and the Freys want the Riverlands back.
Because the Lannister always pays his debts, and they owe the Freys. So understand that.
I don't know if they owe them, but they're definitely
together.
They want to crush the Tullys because they betrayed them. They don't want Tullys to rise back.
Because Tullys at this point are kind of like Starks. Because Caitlyn. And the Tullys are not the Vale folks, right?
No, they're not.
Okay. Okay.
There's 7 kingdoms.
Okay, I'm confused. I need a map. Next recap. Draw me a map, Andrew. Okay, so got it. So Jaime's off. I also was thinking about that because, and it's not a spoiler, but as I've read also, Jaime going to back up the Freys in this battle for the Riverlands, where we also know Sansa sent Brienne to go talk to the Tullys at the Riverlands. Could we be seeing them
forgot all about that.
back together, Brienne and Jaime, fighting on opposite sides of the Riverlands? So
that would be interesting.
Something to think about. You know, they were mini partners for a while. So Jaime on the side of the Freys, Brienne on the side of the Tullys.
Well,
who knows?
We hope maybe Tormund doesn't go with him because he would rip Jaime Lannister apart.
Oh my gosh! Can you imagine? Can you imagine that boy fight over Brienne? Oh, if Brienne just gives him a hug or a glance, Tormund's gonna annihilate Jaime. Yeah.
Well, at least for now, with his hand in its condition of being chopped off.
I think even more of the hand. Jaime's lost his swag. I mean, he
was that hand. That's his whole thing. He can't control it. He can't use a sword. So I'm still waiting for him to get a sword hand. I'm still waiting, and I think it's gonna happen.
That he has a sword hand, an automatic sword hand. That sounds heavy. Anyways, well, they'll leave it to nothing against. What's that Frankenstein guy name who made the mountain?
The new Meister. I'm not sure what his name is. I forgot.
Yeah. So anything's possible.
Qyburn.
So yeah, that's our quick recap on King's Landing down to the Riverlands. Riverlands.
You're getting too ahead of me, Cher. You're going too fast.
Okay.
No, you're running too fast.
Okay. Well, let's break real quick, and then we'll be right back to sum up the rest of the episode. Thanks, guys.
Right back.
Hey, guys, we're back. Recap on the run. We took a quick break. We're back jogging on our trail, and we're about to take the conversation over to the desert. Daenerys in the Dothraki. And her scene where she's reunited with her baby dragon. Well, I want to call him baby.
Drogon.
Yeah, not a baby anymore, but her dragon, Drogon, which was...
The big dragon, not the baby dragon.
The biggest, the meanest, and blackest of them all. Which, you know, wasn't new for us, the Watchers. It was definitely new for the Dothraki.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
Exactly.
Well, some of the Dothraki.
Some of the Dothraki. I mean, see a real-life dragon, I'm sure in real life I would probably faint, but she delivered her new inspirational speech.
Khal Drogo speech that...
Khaleesi now, and that's a Khaleesi speech.
Well, that was Khal Drogo's speech. Tear down the stone houses with men in iron suits. He did that, and it was... When Khal Drogo did it, it was amazing. Had me pumped. When... I don't know so much about Daenerys. She was on the dragon, but...
She had to speak over the huge dragon and the wings and the dust, so...
I mean, it wasn't as effective for me because everyone was already following her. She already just gave a speech like the last episode, so.
In the fire, yeah. She's just up in the ante. And I don't know. Thoughts on Daenerys? Fan? Not fan? You want her to win?
I'm excited to see what happens. As long as Tyrion's by her side, I'm rooting for her.
That's true. I do like the fact that Tyrion's endorsing her.
Miss Sunday. I like all of her. I like what she put together.
I like her team also, but I will say, as the seasons pass, she's getting more and more, and we've talked about this, overly arrogant. Like, almost too full of herself for me. I don't know, in my opinion, and I'm nervous that I've been rooting for her for how many seasons, and maybe she's not the good guy.
Maybe she won't be, but
maybe
it's
she's
exciting
the bad
to see.
guy. Maybe she's going to be the mad queen. Maybe crazy
she definitely
runs
could
the
be.
family. Because she's been kind of going
And
moody.
like Dario said, she's not built to rule, she's built to conquer. And then maybe after she conquers, what else does she have to do?
That's true. She'll have no incentive. So, anyways, it'll be interesting to see how her story plays out. You know, pretty cut and dry. She's got her dragon. She's got the army. Oh, we also learned that she needs 1,000 ships.
Yeah, that convenient number. Dario just pulled out.
Hey, guess how many just got ordered for you? So, they need 1,000 ships for all the Unsullied, all of the Dothraki, everyone to follow her. I can't even imagine.
That would be crazy. They would have land, air, and sea armies. Oh man, that's.
Well, they're not going to have land until they land. They'll have air for sure.
Well, they have the Dothraki who will.
Well, your theory is still that they're gonna ride across the frozen narrow sea, which is still
right now they just have land and air. But
well,
that's,
and I don't want to count on the sea because we already know what happened with wildfire. So come close. 1,000 ships if you have the right things. I don't know. Could be gone just like that. So, well, excited to see what happens. But again, I'm starting to have this sneaking suspicion I'm rooting for the wrong person.
Well, I'm not really. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually rooted for Daenerys, but I want to see her story. I'm definitely hoping something big happens with her.
Well, we'll see. So that's it on Dothraki, and let's end with what I think was the biggest moment.
Yeah, I wanted it to be the end of the episode.
Let's talk about
Arya.
The girl has a name.
She has a name again.
Finally, the girl has a name. I mean, the whole play up to it, when she watched the play, she talked to the person she was supposed to kill, found out she was pretty decent and cool, and, you know, I was struggling, like, is she going to do it? She was fighting with her conscience, like, it's not right. It's not right to kill this person. And she ended up not, which was great and excellent.
Well, I was also after her speech, when she was trying to improve the play, she was telling her how Cersei would feel, let me just say this real bad, because I caught it.
Okay.
I read about it after, but I caught it myself. So, when Arya's telling her, she wouldn't just be sad that she lost him, she would be angry, she would want revenge. She was saying all the things that Arya feels herself about her dad. And do you remember that at all?
Yes, I do.
And then after she said their speech, she said, I have to go, my father needs me. Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, I was like, that writing was
excellent. I remember the line, but I didn't put it together. And thank you for pulling that together for me, because that is excellent. And that was
when Arya, or the girl, became Arya again.
She realized, and as we've always known, she never gave up Arya. I have never felt happier when she was pulling that rock out, reunited with Needle. I'm like, yes, yes, yes.
I'm so glad she's
This is your journey.
done with the face, or she's trying to get out of the Faceless Men.
Yeah. Get out of that gang. Come on, just get that gang up.
Like 2 seasons in there.
They want you to kill people you don't even need to kill. Yeah, get out of that cult, that weird random Bravos cult. So, yeah, she has a story. She has revenge to take. Who's on our list? Cersei. The Mountain. Could this impede upon the upcoming, the trial? We know who's on her list, so.
But first she has to escape, or she went back to House of Black and White, didn't she?
Yeah.
That's a Stonewall?
Yeah, but she's still in Bravos.
Yeah.
So, she's trying to cut loose, but as anyone knows, it's not that easy to cut ties and run, because now Bully Girl's after her.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to get her ass handed to her. I'm sorry. Like, Arya, she's got her number. She's knocked her down. She's improved.
No, well, the last fight we saw, the bully beat her up with her bare hands. But and this time,
No.
Arya has needle, and she's in the dark, and she's better in the dark because she was used to being blind.
That, I didn't even catch that again. Man,
She
you
blew
are
out the
just
candle.
schooling me. You are schooling me that,
Yeah.
yes, she's going to use her senses. She's going to use her newfound skills.
I'm excited for
And she has
Arya.
a sword. That should be second nature. She's going to wake up next episode, talk to death and say, not today.
Not today.
Not today. And that girl's going to go down. I'm just glad. What's his name? Jaqen Hagar didn't say, all right, give me back your eyes, and wave his hand and take back her eyesight.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was worried about. Like, okay, you broke your...
You know, I think this might be part of his plan. I think he knows Arya. Well,
he knows something's
knows-
up with those two chicks. Come on.
He knew pretty much from the beginning that she wouldn't be a faceless man. Remember when the bully was saying, "You'll never be one of us," and he just said, "She has a point." I think this is part of Jaqen's plan.
And she's the first... We know that she's the first lady, non-slave, that joined the ranks, so maybe that's her last and final test. Maybe her test is she's going to have the girl at the end of her sword and not kill her. And maybe...
You know what? I think she's going to kill her, and I think she's going to take her face.
No, she's not. She can't even do that anymore.
Arya is going to take her face, and she's going to wear it to Jaqen Hagar.
No.
I think that's...
Okay, that's your
That's
bet.
my theory.
I think it's the
Not
final
theory,
test. I think it's the final test. She's going to get the girl, have her on her back, be ready to slice her, and have pity, and let her survive. And that's going to be passing the test. Maybe the girl's even going to try to hit her in the back, and Jaqen Hagar will be there and be like, okay, you failed, you take her place. That's my call. Arya's not going to take her face. Come on. Come on. So, I'm super happy about that. The best ending I could have hoped for. I'm very excited that she's going to get out of Bravos, and she's a game changer. I think Arya's a little game changer. No one knows
can't
who
wait
she is.
for her story to progress. She's been stuck in there with all the montages of her training for so long. I'm ready for her to do stuff again.
And ever since season 1, she's always been a little spitfire. So, like I said, she's seen the world, she's traveled. You know, maybe this is the beginning of what you said. You're thinking that the Hound's coming back. So, hey, anything's possible.
I'm ready.
Anything's possible in Game of Thrones. Okay, to sum up, wrap up the episode, what would you say? What's your one word for this week, Andrew? For Blood of My Blood, Game of Thrones, Season 6,
This is
Episode 6.
another build-up episode, and I'm glad these are here because even though when the climax is happening with major events, we have more to talk about in these build-up episodes and speculate on, and I'm glad for these. I mean, a lot of stuff happened, but no major event.
No one died. Is this the
Yeah.
first episode ever that not even a minor or strange character died? I don't know.
But
So,
what's your word?
build up. Well, I think the theme of the episode was definitely vengeance. I think Cersei wants her vengeance. I think Arya's gonna want her vengeance. I think, Sam's getting back at his dad. But I don't know. To me, this episode all hinged on Arya. I think she's one of my favorite characters. I'm even more so now that she's gonna get out.
Yeah, you know what? She's always been one of my favorite characters. It's just I haven't liked the story she's been in.
Exactly. So
It's just
I'm
been taking
excited
too long.
now. I'm excited now, and we'll see
Where the season goes. There's
Oh
only
my gosh! Don't even remind me.
3 more. Wait, is there 4 more
7,
episodes
8,
left?
9, 10. Yeah, 4 more episodes. Next week's gonna be episode
Oh my
7.
gosh, I can't wait, guys.
The title is The
I just
Broken
wanna-
Man.
I just want to keep running until the next episode airs.
In this 90-degree weather, I'm about to be done. We need to do some stretching. So we'll sign off, guys. Thanks for joining us. Recaps on the Run.
Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, at Recaps on the Run.
We have
Tell your friends about our iTunes podcast, Stitcher, wherever they go for their podcasts.
on. Yeah, and if you're listening, send us some comments. Let us know what you want to hear about. Some of your theories and speculations. Maybe we'll share it next week's episode.
So, until then, you keep running.
We'll keep recapping and running. I don't know what's our tagline. Oh, we gotta practice this, guys. At the end of a 4-mile run, we're pretty beat. So we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks again.
Bye. Bye.